Have you ever watched a video on socials and you're kind of like, this is not your everyday routine. There's no way that you keep this up when the cameras aren't off, but then also you can't look away. There's a reason that happens. It's called exaggerated realism. And honestly, I don't even know if it's called that because I made this term up, but hear me out. It's essentially the secret weapon that creators like Ashton Hall, Nara Smith, Meredith Duxbury, it's the same technique that all of those creators are using to break the internet while the rest of us are sitting here playing it safe. Now, if you've been living under a rock, let me catch you up. So last week, this creator known by Ashton Hall, he went mega viral by sharing his ridiculously detailed 4 a.m. wellness routine. We're talking mouth taping, ice bath, brushing his teeth with bottled water, and even rubbing a banana on his face. And social media lost their minds. Now, the reason why people are dragging Ashton online is not because his routines are that wild. It's because he has mastered something that most creators haven't even thought of yet. Now, whether that's love, that's hate, or maybe it's just pure confusion. Either way, that, my friends, is a strong pillar and a strong key to blowing up on socials. Spent hours sitting here at my desk breaking down this exact strategy and figuring out why it works. And I'm going to go over all of that on today's video. Not only that, I'm going to explain to you how you can use exaggerated realism to your advantage as well. So welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Brianna and I help creators like you grow your social media presence and build your audience. First things first, what is exaggerated realism? So exaggerated realism is all about taking something completely normal, something that most people do, like their morning routine, cooking, or doing their hair, doing their makeup, things that most people do, and then adding an unexpected, exaggerated twist to it. And the key here is that the twist needs to be almost too much, but not completely out of the realm of, like, if you really wanted to try hard, you could probably do it too. It's relatable with just enough drama to make you say, wait, what? Once a year, a new creator figures out this strategy, they adapt it, and they go mega viral using the same copy and paste formula. So you guys remember Meredith Duxbury? Excuse me if I'm saying her last name wrong. She went super mega viral during the pandemic by using a ton of foundation when she did her makeup routine. She started off only using 7 pumps of foundation, which if you're a guy, you're probably like, wait, that doesn't sound like a lot. It's a ton of foundation. But when people started talking about her more on the internet and people were saying, oh my gosh, you're wasteful, this is too much, you don't need that much to create like a flawless finish, she doubled down. She went from 7 pumps of foundation to 15 real freaking quick. And people lost their minds. But her engagement, it went through the roof. And right now, I think she's sitting at over 1 million followers on each and every social media platform. After Meredith, then we had our Nara Smith. Now, this is my girl. Nara Smith has been modeling for major brands ever since she was a child, but she did not become a household name until she started posting her made from scratch recipes. And for some reason, people thought that it was absolutely nuts that she would make everyday things like peanut butter, bread, jelly from scratch instead of getting them from the aisles of the grocery store. But what did Nara Smith do? She copied Meredith's blueprint and she doubled down on it. As people were talking about her, she decided to make even more outrageous things from scratch. Not only did she do that, she started doing it in couture, runway, fashion gowns, doubled down on the fact that it's ridiculous to make all of this stuff from scratch. It got to a point where Nara Smith was making gum for her husband from scratch. Like, if you guys don't understand the concept of exaggerated realism at this point, I don't know what to tell you. But the more and more Meredith and Nara leaned into that exaggerated realism, the more their followers went up. Every video went from 500,000 to over 1 million. Now they're getting over 2 million views on whatever it is that they want to post. Now in 2025, we have Ashton Hall. It's same strategy, just a different niche. What makes exaggerated realism work so well is that it feels familiar enough to make sense, but then there's one element that makes it just so over the top that you just cannot not react. For Meredith, it's how much foundation she used. For Nara, it's the fact that she is making very simple things from scratch. Not only that, doing it in these high-end gowns. And then for Ashton, it's the fact that, like, nobody wants to wake up this early and do like these small, simple tasks that probably could take about 30 minutes. People aren't mad at Ashton because his routines are ridiculous. They're mad because he has used psychology to get underneath people's skin. and crack the code on how to keep them talking about him. His name is in rotation. And the reality is most people who dragged him are just mad that they're not the ones who thought of it first. Same thing that happened with Ashton, Nara, Meredith. What we can take from this is if you want to be circulating on the internet, or if your goal is to go mega viral, you have to dare to be a bit ridiculous. But the question now turns into, how do we bring this concept into your own content? Stop being the one on the sidelines spectating and actually be the creator who blows up and changes their life forever. So I have put together 3 quick tips that you guys can use to embrace this strategy if you want to. We talked about this before, but essentially take one normal thing that you do and add a twist to it. Your morning routine, your skincare routine, or even making coffee. We'll use coffee, for example. So instead of using a standard coffee mug, use something that's actually not even a mug. Like Kiara Henry, one of them Henry sisters, she does this. She puts her coffee in like the most outlandish things, and that's exactly how she starts her videos. And the reason why this works is because people have that wait, what feeling? And it stops the scroll, which gives people time to actually watch and engage with her videos. Second tip is to just make it plausible enough. Now, your twist can't be completely out of left field, because then it's gonna seem like you're trying to like rage bait, because people won't engage with that. It needs to be subtle. For example, maybe you're doing your skincare routine and then instead of like actual toner, you use pickle juice. But it's exaggerated because it's kind of like, why would we want to do that? Why would we need to do that, you know? And on top of that, it makes people want to argue about it. There's going to be skincare enthusiasts in your comments who say, oh, wait, no, this actually works. And then there's going to be skeptics in your comments who, no way in hell this works, or I'm pretty sure your face smells like a pickle all day. Either way, you're getting the engagement. So tip number 3 is to lean into the reactions. Don't be afraid of the hate. If people are talking, you're winning. The goal here isn't necessarily to be liked, it's more so to be remembered. Like when Meredith dragged through the internet for using all of that foundation, what did she do? She just doubled down on it and used 10 times more. And I guarantee you right now that Ashton is working on a video that's going to be way more ridiculous than the last. The more you lean into the exaggerated realism, the more your engagement will skyrocket. Now, if you're getting value from this breakdown and you want more insights on how to master social media strategies, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because that's literally what I'm here on YouTube to do. Look, whether you love or hate Ashton, Meredith, or Nara's strategy, the thing is super clear. We all have these creators' names in our mouth. At this point, all 3 of these creators are household names. And that's exactly what you need to do in your content. Stop worrying about being perfect and start getting people actually invested. Whether they love you, whether they hate you, either way, they're sitting here watching. Realize that exaggerated realism isn't just a trend. It's a formula that actually works. And if you're not leaning into it even slightly, then you're just sitting here playing it safe. Now, I genuinely want to hear from you. So let me know in the comments whether you think that exaggerated realism is genius marketing, or does it come off a little bit too much? After you tell me your personal opinion, I'm going to give you my non-content strategist, non-brand marketing opinion, my super personal opinion down in the comments. But thanks so much for hanging out with me today and allowing us to have this conversation. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips on how you can blow up on socials and monetize your accounts. I will see you in my next video, okay? Love you. Bye.